Yo, what's going on, snipers, and welcome back to our Minnesota Wild GM mode. So, in the last episode, we took on the Dallas Stars and managed to oust them in only 5 games as our offense destroyed theirs. We scored a total of 18 goals in 5 games, and we're on to the conference finals now, up here against the Anaheim Ducks, who we've never played in the conference finals before. I think we've only played them once in the playoffs too. And if you look at the Eastern Conference, it's kind of interesting because it's the Islanders and the Bruins. So if for some reason the Bruins go on to the Stanley Cup Finals and we go on to the Stanley Cup Finals, it's going to be a rematch of the 2029 Stanley Cup Finals when we won. So that would be pretty interesting. So let's get to Game 1 against Anaheim. I'm not really scared of their team for the most part. Strong is their best player, and he's an 88. In the forward core, defensively, they have Provorov, who's scary. He's a 90, and then their goaltender is a 90 as well. So it might be a battle of the goaltenders here to see who goes on. Our forward core is way better than theirs, so I'm hoping that could contribute here in the series. So first period, nicely done. Getting 2 early goals. Dumba and Kaprizov, the 2 veterans on the team, come through with the big first 2 goals. We're not getting a shot. It's 9-9. After 1 second period, and it's still 2-0 us. So nicely done, Corson. We're getting outshot 21-17, but he's playing good defensively, and our team must be playing good defensively as well. Penalty kill, and it's done. We're out shooting them now. Last 10 minutes here, the third period, we got a 2-0 lead still. Nicely done, boys. Let's just keep this up this entire series. Play good defensively. And we are going to take a 1-0 series lead in the conference finals as Hodges gets the empty netter. We outshot them 30-26 in that game. And it's another shutout for Darcy Corson, who's looking to maybe win a Vezina, well, not a Vezina, a Conn Smythe this year potentially. So Dumba from Urkamps and Fitzgerald, and Kaprizov from Surrey and Haas, and Hodges from Fitzgerald. 3 stars in that game. Corson making 26 saves. Giftopoulos gets the 2nd star. And the veteran Matthew Dumba gets the 3rd star. Okay, so we're on to game number 2. We're still on the road here at the Honda Center in Anaheim. Let's see if we could take a 2-0 series lead going back home. That would be huge. So, first period, and nicely done. Once again, we have a 2-0 lead after 1. Eric Fitzgerald opens the scoring, and Larry Surrey makes it a 2-0 lead after 1. Shots are tied once again. Second period, they get 1 back in the second. Isaac Bannister, I think his name is, makes it a 2-1 game. They're out shooting us 24-18. We need to lock it down here in the third and get maybe an insurance marker. There you go. Jared Malone makes it 3-1. Is that all she wrote, though? We got to play good defensively here. There you go. Larry Surrey makes it 4-1. Our team is still clicking. Holy crap. Larry Surrey gets a hat trick in game 2 of the conference finals. He's definitely proving that he is worth that contract that we gave him in the offseason. And we are going to take game number 2 by a score of 5-2. And we have a 2-0 series lead in the conference finals going back home. And I did not mean to click continue. Means I'm not going to get the player stats from that game, which really sucks. God damn it, whatever. But so we're continuing to play our game. We're playing good offensively and playing good defensively. We're now 10-3 in the playoffs and 2 games away from going to the Stanley Cup Finals. Let's see what the other conference finals is like. It is tied 1-1. It'd be interesting if we could play Boston again in the Stanley Cup Finals. I know they're going to want revenge for that Kaprizov goal. So, game 3, I'm not going to waste any time. Let's get into this, boys. First period, and it's 1-0 Ducks. So, Christian Dvorak gets the goal, but we're being outshot badly 13-6. So, we need to get more shots here in the second, guys, if we want a chance of winning this game. Second period, there you go. 2 goals in that period. Kaprizov ties the game up, and our trade acquisition, Reginald McKelly, comes through with his first point of the playoffs, and we have the lead going into the third. And Kaprizov scores early in the third to make it a 3-1 game. Nicely done, Kirill Kaprizov. He's coming through in the later stages of the playoffs. He didn't have much in the first 2 rounds, but he's got like 2 or 3 goals now here in this third round. We're being outshot badly, but we're up 3-1 here, and we are going to take a 3-0 series lead. Wow. This team is performing great offensively and great defensively. I love it. Kaprizov from Surrey and Hodges. McKelly from Chipchura and Kilger. And Kaprizov from Surrey and Hawes. So Kaprizov's got 6 goals now in the playoffs. So Corson, the first star, with a really good performance to give us that win. Kaprizov gets second star, and Surrey the third star. So we are 1 game away from going to the Stanley Cup Finals for the second time in 3 years. Let's get it done, guys. Let's get it done. The Ducks are 8-7 in the playoffs. Like I said, they might be tired because they went 7 games last round. Let's see if we could go back to the Cup Finals. We're going to intervene if we have a chance to win it, and we'll watch the trophy celebration thingy. Second period, it's 1-0 us, Larry Suarez. So we're going to go into the last couple minutes of the game. Larry Suarez had a really good round so far. There you go, Bear Schultz. We're going to sweep the conference finals, Arby. Penalty kill off, nicely done. Let's go down to 4-time simulation. And we'll intervene with like about 2 minutes left, I think. Just so you guys could see. And we'll intervene right now. So I'll let you guys watch the rest of this game, and then I'll see you guys up there at the end with the player stats and see who we're up against in the Stanley Cup Finals. So I'll put it on now for you guys.
If you're just with us, it's been a tremendous bit of hockey so far, and more to come. Good job tying the man up on the faceoff. Teammate comes in. Great take, dangerous area. With a shot, deflected off the blocker. Good defensive play, loose puck though. That pass tipped away by the opposition. Minnesota's finding its way to center ice. Pitch back into the offensive zone.
Chipchura's play there is at a critical point in the game. That's a smart play.
Anaheim's got possession in their own end. Gains the zone. Taken over again. Kicked out of the scrum. Minnesota's got possession in the defensive zone. That one's flopped in. They'll try to dump and chase and go get it.
Sometimes less is more, Doc, in this situation.
Knocked off the puck. Hangs on to that one, and he'll see a face-off right near it. We are in the last minute of regulation time. Picks it up in his own end. Nicely into the zone. Anaheim's yanking their goalie. Nothing to wait for here. Gives it over to the point. A half minute to go. That's a great save.
There aren't many ways to slow the game down. This is one of them. Make a save, get a whistle.
The cage is vacant. Chance taking time. So important to win the next face-off now. They won that face-off. Can they clear it? Propelled to Kapusta. Passing one off now to Surrey. Net empty. No! Gotta get it on net. Directing that one to Lowe. To the last few seconds here in the third round. The only thing that comes next is to play for the Stanley Cup. A bitter end to a season that held such promise. There is nothing to do now but rest and heal and come back again in the fall. Named for the longtime president of the NHL is the Clarence Campbell Bowl, and it goes to the Western Conference team that has its sights set on a Stanley Cup next time. Will they touch this one or not? That's always the question. Tournaments are fun, especially when they get to loser goes home, winner moves on. We are at that point. Don't miss our next one. For Eddie Olczyk and Ray Ferraro, Mike Emmerich saying so long for now.
Okay, so there you guys have it. We have won the conference champions, and we're on to our second Stanley Cup in 3 seasons. So another great performance in net from Corson, getting another shutout. Larry Surya also played good. Let's just go to the action tracker type of thing so you guys could see the stats. So Surya from Tillett and Kaprizov, and Schultz from Fitzgerald. So that first line is proving to be maybe a line that could get us a Stanley Cup done, but we're going to have to, like I said, re-sign some big players during the offseason. So this is our year to win the cup. If we don't, we might not have the same team as this year. We won't have the same team. So we sweep the Ducks and we beat Dallas in 5 games. Who are we going up against in the Stanley Cup Finals? Is it going to be a repeat of 2029, or is it going to be the New York Islanders? And it's going to be, once we get up here, the New York Islanders. So we don't go up against the Boston Bruins, but we're playing a team that was basically through a big rebuild throughout the entire franchise mode series, and they're finally in the Stanley Cup Finals. I know they drafted a lot of high-up picks before, but a lot of them didn't turn out to be anything. Like, they had a franchise guy that they had to get rid of to the Nashville Predators. So we'll see how good the Islanders are in a sec. Let's just take a look at the player stats first. So, wow, Urkamp, 17 points in 15 games. Even though he's playing really good, I don't think he could be a Conn Smythe Trophy winning player because Corson's been lights out. Fitzgerald, 13 points. Schultz, 12 points. Surya, 10 points. Kaprizov, 9 points. Haas, Rushin, 8 points. Pretty much everybody on our team has a couple points. Yeah, our lowest is Nilsson, who has no points, but he's just been solid defensively. He's a +3. And in goaltending, Corson, 12-3, a .941 save percentage, a 1.81, and 4 shutouts. So I think this is the kind of guy that might win the Conn Smythe if we could win that Stanley Cup. So let's take a look at what the Islanders lines look like now. Hopefully they aren't too scary of a team. During the regular season, they had a record that was just a bit better than us, not by much. Like maybe by a couple games. So I think they have Joe Veleno still, because Joe Veleno was one of their first picks they had in this franchise. So, Islanders, yeah. So, wow. That first line is deadly. Henry Suter, this guy was a first-round 4th overall pick. Then you got Joe Veleno, who was a 2nd overall pick. So, these two are really good. And then Dean Jenkins. If you guys don't know who Dean Jenkins is, he was, I think, we passed on him to go with Eric Fitzgerald, so he's definitely turned out to be the better of the two. He's playing on the first line with Veleno and Suter, so that's a very deadly first line. I'm pretty scared of it, to be honest. Second line, Josh Hosang, that's kind of weak, but Gordy Brennan, this guy was with the Flames when we played them multiple times. He's a really good defensive player. 85 overall, that's a nice second line center to have behind Veleno. And Stan Tange, interesting. This guy seems like he's going to be a really good player too. Third line, Tommy Santala with Owen Versey. This guy was another kind of high up pick. He's an 83. So yeah, they got a really good center depth at the moment. And they have our former player that won the Stanley Cup with us. Well, he was injured. Danny Morrison. Damn, Danny Morrison, man. How did you do this season? 32 points. Okay, interesting. Fourth line, they got Carl Slaney, yeah, Lucas Greer, and Nail Yakupov, who's really close to retirement. Defensively, they got Jose Park and Franklin Maloney. These two are usually a pretty good top 2 defensive pairing for plus-minus, I think. Oh, he wasn't actually that good this year, but he was a +23 last year. So, Jose Park and Franklin Maloney. Then you got Jacob Larson and Andrew Hobbs, Harry Smolinski, and Oleg Anisimov. Goaltending-wise, Tristan Jerry, another former player of ours. He was a goaltender with us for 1 season, I think. And Jared Grossman is their backup. Scratch, they have Jacob Slavin, another one of our former players, I think. They also have Craig Lankow, who I guess they drafted, and Travis Anaheim. So overall wise, I'm not too scared of most of their team except for that top 9, especially that first line. So anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this episode of our Minnesota Wild GMOs. In the next episode, we'll take it to the New York Islanders in the conference finals. So thank you guys so much for watching. Or in the Stanley Cup finals. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys next time.